I can't see you.
You can't see me?
Camera's not on. Camera's not on.
My camera's on.
Nah, it says camera's not on.
Did you turn my camera off on your end?
I don't know how to do that. How do I do that?
Um,
Hold on, I'll disconnect and reconnect.
well, welcome back to the Softest Fantasy Football Show. Um, it is Thursday, October 12th, and it's football today. Can you see me now?
Nope.
Um,
It,
can you
it's
tap
got
on?
like a little camera with a line through the bottom right.
Can you tap on my like name and then it should say like disable video? Uncheck it.
No. See, I got a rocket, which is nothing. I have the mute.
No,
I have
click on my box.
nothing happens when I click on your box. You're like my main screen, and
Uh,
then I'm like to the top left.
that's weird. Here, I'll leave and come back.
It says you have an unstable internet connection.
Are you connected to your internet?
Yo, yes. Hold on, I will leave and totally close Discord.
We're going to go through. We're gonna go through the rest of the matchups this week and pick. Do a same picks as last week for another bet. The bet is. I think the bet this week is going to be um, ear piercing. Correct.
Yeah, your thing still says like even when I was loading into it, it was like your camera is off.
That is odd. Um,
Try turning your camera on and off. Like sharing your video and then not.
Still not doing it.
Doing it. It's like you have no camera.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Well, I don't need to see you, but if you think you're recording your video, then that's fine.
I definitely am.
Okay.
All right, so we're
Yep, yep,
gonna.
yep.
What do you want to start with? You want to go to.
Emer- Emergency trade offers this morning. That's what I want to start with.
You want to see trade
Okay.
offers?
Yep. Trade offers. Quick, because I've only got an hour.
Oh, I don't have an hour. I got like
Right.
20 minutes.
All right, let's go. What are you're wasting all this time with your camera stuff and these questions?
what
Ask me all these questions.
What do you want to trade offers? What are you talking about? Dynasty?
All right, so all of them. So right now, Justin Jefferson's on IR, right? Um, and people are a little bit panicked. You want to get your trade out offers out before Thursday. I sent out trade offers in each of my leagues for Justin Jefferson that I'm happy with my team. Okay, so like if my team is 3-2 or better, then I sent out trade offers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, the one that I have right now that was a counter is Brees Hall for Justin Jefferson. So the owner is 4-1, but Justin Jefferson just went on IR, and they have James Conner. Um, so I sent him an offer of CD Lamb straight up for which he rejected, surprisingly.
CD Lamb for what? You cut
Oh,
out.
Justin Jefferson.
Who's getting Justin Jefferson? You?
Me.
Really?
So yeah, so he's like, nah, I don't need Justin Jefferson. I need. So he sends me. I need Brees Hall.
Man, I don't. I wouldn't do that.
Right. So now that being said, I do have Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Rashad White, and then I was able to pick up DeMarcado.
Oh yeah. I mean, maybe
Right.
I don't know. Do you want CD like if you did D Ricardo and CD Lamb for Justin Jefferson if you really wanted him?
Um, I don't know that I want him that badly.
Yeah. Your camera went away.
Mine did.
Yeah.
Mm, I think you're having some weirdness going on.
I'm not having any
Um.
issues.
Anyways, so on the running back side, because Brees Hall is a low end RB1 for the rest of the year, I think. Right? Are we in agreement on that?
Yeah, I'd say mid.
Mid RB1.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So like okay, Christian McCaffrey is our RB1. You're not trading Justin Jefferson for him.
Nope.
Um, would you trade would you trade Achan for Justin Jefferson?
Um. Yes.
Okay. Would you trade Tony Pollard for Justin Jefferson?
No.
Would you trade Jonathan Taylor for Justin Jefferson?
No.
Would you and in this you have the running backs, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I would want to keep the running backs
Right. Okay. Um,
because running backs are bad. Like that's why Brees Hall I think is
right.
mid RB1 because they're so bad.
Yeah, you might be right because I think that's as far as I can get before I'm not looking at Brees Hall. Would you trade DeAndre Swift for Justin Jefferson?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Because I don't
David
think Judder's
Montgomery.
just gonna last that long.
David Montgomery.
No, not David Montgomery.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. So, Kyron Williams.
No. Just the fact that Justin
Really?
Jefferson like could be out for ever, like the whole season, is
Yeah, I mean, you're right. So I think the risk of Justin Jefferson is that he might not play the rest of the year. Not because of the injury being brutal, but because they're like very purposefully, I think, going to tank now.
yeah,
Um, and so, but I do think this is I think that if you were happy with where your team is and you can trade for Justin Jefferson, I think that this is you're going on injured reserve so that you are 100% healthy, like, so you don't come back early, right? So
yeah,
I think that is why they place him on IR, and then so I think you see a comeback when he does come back where he will be fully healthy. Um, yeah. So okay, so that's that first round.
So
What would you give up to go get? Oh, go ahead.
I've got one. So I've been listening to the fantasy footballers, and Jason Moore, one of them, is actively trying to get Ramondre Stevenson from people because of how bad he's been doing, and he thinks the
Really?
rest of the season he's gonna be like at least a high RB2, maybe low end RB1 rest of the season.
Yep.
So what do you think about
What
that?
I think that is the Patriots are too difficult to try to predict something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and so and it's not like their schedule gets like significantly easier through the rest of the year. They still are going to play. I think they still have to play Buffalo twice, and then they have to play Miami again and the Jets again.
Well, they
So that
play
there's
but those teams don't have like the Bills defense is broken right now. Like they play them in 2 weeks, and I don't know if they're gonna be healthy by then.
it's not about healthy though. Like the Patriots are going to get curb stomped,
Yeah.
and they're not going to be able to run the ball 30 times. So that's more what it's about. Jets defense is elite still, but the the Dolphins are going to smoke them, and the Bills are going to smoke them, and so you can't be like, oh, he's going to run, he's going to get the volume. I mean,
Well,
sure, if you're talking about like, hey, you could trade like Tank Dell for him, or uh, let's say KJ Osborne has 3 weeks of incredible play, like something, maybe if you could flip Ford off of the the Browns, you know, but I don't think that you're spending anything like in the top four
no, that's
draft
the
pick
that's
capital.
the that's the thing is like you don't want to spend high on it just because of how bad he's been. But he could
Right.
end up being like 3/4 of what he was
Yeah, but
last year.
what? All right. Let's say you have Ramondre Stevenson. What are you taking for him?
I mean, I'm not. I want to get him, so that's difficult. But like
Right.
I just
No, no,
offered
no. Right. So like,
I offered
go ahead.
Alexander Madison for him.
Oh yeah. See, I think that's too much.
I don't know.
I think you're getting back the exact same thing.
Yeah, possibly.
So right. But you also have like, hey, the Vikings at least score better than the Patriots do.
Yeah,
So there's always that chance that Alexander Madison can get a touchdown, especially like Justin Jefferson's out. I don't think that they're off. Like that'll be a problem for their offense in the sense of they're losing their best offensive player, but they're still going to be flying down the field, throwing the ball all the time, and it's a good offense still. Um, you know, I just, I mean, I wouldn't trade any starting running back. Like maybe if you wanted to, like, you really want to Ramondre Stevenson and you're willing to take the risk, maybe you could trade Zach Moss for him because Jonathan Taylor is slowly going to take that job back, and that's what you think. Maybe that's something you could go for. Um, I don't know how if you want to ride the roller coaster of Christian Kirk and Calvin Ridley, that might be giving up too much, but you could maybe turn one of those two into them. Um, Same thing, like maybe you don't want to do the DeAndre Hopkins. Maybe DeAndre Hopkins might be like a sell high candidate right now because he just had that amazing game, and I don't know that he's going to be able to keep producing.
yeah.
Um, I heard an interesting one that I very much disagree with, which is um, swapping Sam Laporta for Travis Kelce right now,
Ooh,
and I'd rather have Laporta.
really?
Yeah, I mean Travis Kelsey's injured, but he's also not been volume Travis Kelsey. He's been touchdown Travis Kelsey.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he's playing
um,
Thursday tonight. They said he's playing tonight.
right, right. So, but I think he's playing through it because he's got a new girlfriend. I don't think so. And like kind of joking, but kind of not. What kind of like emotional turmoil is he going through now with this new love interest?
Yeah.
Um, super problematic love interest. So the but I just like I don't know that I would want to do that. I don't think I would be trading for Travis Kelsey. But I'm a tight end hater, so like you and I are in the same boat on that.
Yeah. No.
All right.
So you,
What else you got?
I was thinking, are you trying to get Michael Pittman since Anthony
No,
Richardson's out?
no,
Gardner
no.
Minshew throws the ball significantly more.
Yeah, but Gardner Minshew is not a I target one guy person.
Yeah,
And I think the play calling is going to be more conservative in the sense of running it more. I mean, the team runs awesomely as it is, so I think they just lean into that. Um, like I think they're going to be conservative, run more, and just try and win. Basically split these 4 games and hope that Anthony Richardson can come back after 4 games, and because I think they think they're competitive, you know. And but yeah, no, I wouldn't be trying to get Pittman.
yeah. Okay, so we can do. If do you have another trade?
Nope.
All right, you want to do our picks for week 6?
Yep.
You can go first this time.
I gotta switch out for my switch off my video so you can't see me do my magic.
Yeah. So we're picking a quarterback, wide receiver, running back, and a flex,
Yep.
which should just be every league.
Okay, so we're doing quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and a flex.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm picking first. You picked first last time.
Yeah, you're picking first. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go with my tried and true good buddy, and I am going to take Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Playing the Giants.
I'm
Playing the
going
Giants without what's it Buddy Boy.
Daniel Jones.
Um yep, my
He,
ride or die. So I gotta pick the
you don't
next
think they're
best
gonna
running back guy.
smoke him and just run the ball the whole game?
I do. I think Josh Allen's gonna run the ball the whole game.
He just becomes their back.
Yeah. He's like, hey, I saw something on Twitter that he was talking about. He was, DMing me, and he's like, I want to set a single game rushing record and go for 400 yards. So that's my
This
pick.
could be the game. That would be ridiculous.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go
All right.
quarterback as well. I'm gonna go Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
Yep. He's playing the
Wow.
Vikings.
Playing the Vikings.
They're
Yep.
down a player, but they'll still score. And I think the Bears are gonna have to throw a lot. And he's looked great the last 2 games, so I'm just
Yep.
riding him.
Okay. With my second pick, I'm taking Tyreek Hill.
Ooh,
Wide receiver number one on the season,
yeah.
playing the stinky Carolina Panthers, and when they play bad defenses, Tyreek Hill scores 30 plus points. So give me some Tyreek Hill, baby.
I am also going to a number one. I'm gonna go Christian McCaffrey. They're playing the Browns, and he had a down week for Christian McCaffrey last week, so I think he'll do better this week.
Yep.
He's averaging, I think Tyreek Hill is averaging like 23 points a game, which is absurd, like fantasy points.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Christian McCaffrey's got to be up there too.
Oh yeah. Yep. Um. Okay. Who do I want for my running back? Um. All right. This pains me, but I think I got to do it because they've been letting people do whatever and whenever. I'm gonna take Josh Jacobs
Oh
as my
wow,
running back.
jeez,
Going
rooting
against the
against the
Patriots
Patriots.
who, yeah, I mean, gosh, they're so bad. Um,
They are so bad.
and like Josh Jacobs has been getting back into his groove the last few games, especially like yeah, just that defense could Josh Jacob games. So I think yeah, I think I'm safe with that pick.
Yeah. I am gonna go with Stephon Diggs. Counter your
Yep,
Josh Allen because he's just a touchdown machine this year.
yep,
Hey,
yep.
Gabe Davis has been too. Gabe Davis might be a good pick too, which is crazy.
Yeah, Gabe Davis has been great. Yeah, I mean,
It
16th wide receiver on the year.
it is
You know,
crazy how like people call it the post hype sleeper. Like when people pick somebody as like a breakout and they do terribly,
yep,
the next year is usually like they do insane.
right, right,
It's like a
yep,
consistent thing.
yep. Um, all right, so then I'm gonna do the very reverse to you, and I'm gonna take DJ Moore as my flex.
Oh
Uh, playing the Vikings, Justin Jefferson. Justin Fields and him have really started to connect with each other these last few games.
yeah,
And they get
yeah,
another stinky defense against Minnesota. Um, I actually, I think if it's not a trade low, but it's a trade for. I think that going after him right now, their next three games are Vikings, Chargers, Raiders.
yeah.
Um, and he might be a 3 weeks in a row winner for you.
That's
Um,
insane.
so yep,
So I can't believe. Well, I guess because it's only two of us, I get to take Cooper Cup as my flex for wide
right.
receiver.
I was looking at my problem is I can't decide between Cooper Cup and Puka Nakua.
Yeah,
You know, I feel like they're both going to do well. They're both going to be in the like 12 to 15 range every single week because of the volume of passing that they do.
yeah,
Um, but then it's going to be a coin toss for is one of them going to get a touchdown?
yeah,
Because I mean, Puka Nakua only had the one touchdown last week. Um, and that in that week 4 game was his very first touchdown, even though he had been doing so well. So
yeah.
yeah,
I think
I just
Cooper Cup's got a better touch. Like I feel like he's got a better chance of getting touchdowns than Puka, just because Puka just wasn't able to get touchdowns for some reason. I don't know
well,
if
I
that.
think it's because when they get close. So the hard thing about guys, so like teams where you get a bunch of so the Tampa Bay Bucks were like this in Tom Brady's years, where they basically have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin catching everything, right? 10 yards, 8 yards, 15 yards, right? But it's never like it's not never, but it's not like the like Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill that are getting 70-yard touchdowns, right?
Yeah,
Um, so when you have a lot of it's not quite dink and dunk, but it's successful medium catches, you end up in the like 10 to 5 yards away from getting a touchdown. And your running backs and your tight ends get a lot of touchdowns when you have a team like that.
yeah,
So, like, that's why Leonard Fournette had so much value in that. And then now he's nothing, right? And part of that was, oh, he's going to punch it in for a touchdown from 5 yards away because there's always 5 yards away. Um, so I think that's why Kyron Williams has been. I mean, he's like running back 8 on the year or whatever. Even though nobody thinks he's the 8th best running back in the league. Um,
yeah.
it's just that's how they play. So yeah. All right. So you got all that recorded. What are we
Yep,
doing? Ear pierced?
yep. Do it ear pierced, and you have to dye your hair. We'll do both those
Yep.
when I'm down there next week.
Yeah. We'll do it. We'll do it Thursday. We're going. I think we're going to a comedy show Thursday night.
Oh, nice.
So yep.
We could do a live in person podcast too while I'm down there.
Oh, true. Yep. Yep. Fantastic.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. Well,
Well,
you
we'll
good?
Yeah. Just be back. Do you want to do one Saturday or actually maybe can you do one Saturday night possibly?
Yeah. Yep. Possibly.
All right. Yeah.
Nighttime. Nighttimes are tough. You know what? I can always dial in. I'll be coming from a bar near you,
Uh,
or a bar near me.
all right. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with another one soon. Have a good weekend.
Okay.